Let's watch this one, because this is a feel-good story, guys. This is a feel-good story. Oh. All right. So we got Adam Mockler talking about an apparent American, a Derek Huffman, 46, that joined the military with the hopes of becoming a Russian citizen, and then he got put into a combat role. Like, I mean, I know we all make jokes about these people moving to Russia. I didn't think any of them would actually do it. You move to Russia, that's some real fuck around and find out. So let's watch this video.
All right, wow. I want to bring some attention to this absolutely wild story.
That's a good start.
Of this MAGA father who got sucked so far down the right-wing rabbit hole that he moved his entire family to Russia, documented the entire journey on his YouTube channel, saying he was escaping wokeness.
Oh, dude. The clicks and views aren't worth it, brother. It's not worth it. Dude, this dude did it for the algorithm. He's like, bro, we're going to make so much money by faking that we're going over here, but we're really going to do it. That's the twist, is we're really doing it. Like, dude, you are a moron, sir.
Or Democrats or whatever. But then very quickly got drafted to the front lines of the Russian war against Ukraine.
LB says, FYI, AOC is in a bit of hot water over Iron Dome funding. I'd imagine that she voted to continue funding the Iron Dome. I don't know what that is, but I probably shouldn't say anything. But at the very least, what I would say is that if AOC voted to give money to Israel for the Iron Dome, I don't know that I'd be that upset about it. The Iron Dome protects Israeli citizens. It does also protect the Israeli government, which if there is a way that, say, Netanyahu could be affected by things and not the people that live in his country, that would be dope. I would have to look more into it. But if that's what that's about, I probably wouldn't be that upset with her.
Ukraine after being told that he was just going to be a welder. This story.
Wait, a Canadian couple did this too? Why would you move from Canada to Russia? Like, that is, I mean, I can understand maybe moving from here to Russia. Things aren't going well. But from Canada to Russia? Does Russia have better maple syrup or something? That's racist.
Story is both unbelievable, but also somehow very believable at the same time, because it's a perfect microcosm of the intersection between MAGA propaganda and Russian propaganda and how they work together to rot the minds of Americans.
Yeah, let them pay for their own shit. Yeah, I can get behind that. I don't have a problem with it. But I do, when it comes to protecting people, like legit innocent people, because there's a lot of people in Israel that also aren't for the Israel-Gaza conflict. I know there's like this idea that everybody in Israel is like pro-war with Gaza, but I don't think that that's true. I've seen a lot of videos online of people in Israel that are unhappy with their government with what's going on in Gaza. So let them pay for their own shit. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty complicated question, or a complicated thing for me to answer. I would have to look more into it.
En masse. This family essentially fell hook, line, and sinker for every possible trap until the wife was forced to make a video saying, listen, we are praying for our husband, but he basically...
Dude, what a couple. What a couple. Hold on, let's go back to that dude. Take a look at that dude. Holy shit, that dude and her. Oh, guys. What do you think them children look like? Oh, them children got the fucking John Wayne Gacy eyes. Oh no.
A video saying, listen,
blame
we are
Canada
praying for our husband, but he basically just got drafted to the front lines after the Russian government promised they wouldn't do that. There is a very high chance that the father is going to die on the front lines, become Ukrainian.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of people dying. That's a high percentage chance.
Drone meat, and then his children and wife will be stuck in...
Wait, did Adam Mockler just call dude drone meat? I don't think I've ever heard that term before. Drone meat?
front lines become Ukrainian drone meat, and then his children and wife will be stuck in Russia.
There's one simple ingredient that anyone can use to quiet the ringing and buzzing almost overnight.
Okay,
Did you
stop
know
it.
For
Stop
the
it,
rest
lady.
of their
Stop
lives. Honestly, I have a lot of sympathy for the children, even the wife to an extent, because she's suffering from a substance abuse
Adam's a
problem,
good
and the
dude.
husband seems to have been
I'm
controlling
over here
the
making
family.
fun of
I'm
him.
going to walk you all through this. I want to talk about all of this. It is quite the rabbit hole of itself, but let's just start here with this broad post. Deanna and Derek Huffman and their 2 kids moved from Texas to Russia in 2022.
Wait, why would you move from Texas if you're like escaping the wokeness? Isn't it like, I thought Texas had a wall to defeat the wokeness. I thought Texas stopped the wokeness at the border. I thought Texas deported the wokeness. I've got more, guys. I've got more. Like, you're in Texas, brother. Why are you trying to go to Russia? First of all, that is a hell of a fucking culture shock. You're talking about a completely different weather system. Like, is there a place in Russia that is even anything like Texas? Who the fuck moves from Texas to Russia? Jesus Christ, these are not smart people. Oh, I'm so glad we watched this video.
They were motivated by, quote, concerns over LGBT indoctrination in American schools, unhealthy food, and a desire for a safer environment that is aligned with our Christian values. Yeah, Russia is a traditional country. They are traditionally invading other countries, basically making...
Yeah, then the Christian values thing, I don't know. Is this guy, is he memeing? I think he's memeing. Because, to be honest with you, like, almost everybody knows, right? That, like, the whole, like, being Christian thing is a front, right? In Russia. Do they not know that? They don't know that's a facade? Yeah, they probably don't know that. These are not smart people.
Their citizens have the worst quality of life possible. It is absolutely absurd that Russian propaganda has conned Americans into thinking that they are the country of traditional values just because they oppress gay people. Just so you guys know, religious observance in Russia is pretty low. A lot of Russians
that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Adam.
Are secular, so it's not some beacon of religion. Divorce rates in Russia are very high. Russia consistently ranks among the world leaders in divorces, so they don't have strong family values. And many policies presented as conservative are just basically responses to population decline or are just authoritarian policies that target the media. Yeah. So MAGA thinks that because authoritarian propaganda has hit their feed, that Russia is this country of family values, but it's a con. And we'll talk about that more in just 1 second, but this reads, Derek joined the Russian army in hopes of getting citizenship, and he was told that he would not be sent to the front. Instead, he would utilize his skills as a welder somewhere in the rear.
Somewhere in the rear. I can just see some Russian dude making that joke. Don't worry. You will be somewhere in the rear. Dude, when that dude walked out, one Russian dude just looked at the other dude and he was like, why you tell him that? And he's like, if he dies, he dies. Das vidanya, bitches. Who the fuck? Like, who joins the Russian army thinking that anybody's going to tell you the truth? Jesus Christ, man. Like, oh, these are people that support Donald Trump. What am I saying? Holy fuck. They're used to being lied to. They're like, oh, this is just like home. It makes me feel so good. Thank you so much. First thing they did when I got here is they lied right to my face. It felt like I was still in America. Just still Donald Trump was the president. It felt so good. Like, dude, if you join the Russian army and they're like, no, no front line for you. You going to the front line, bro? Holy shit.
I love the poorly educated.
Oh, my God.
Shockingly, it turns out the Russians didn't keep their word. I want to keep reporting on the story, but let's just visit their YouTube page for 1 second.
I'll try not to.
It's called Huffman Time, and their most popular video is Derek joined the Russian army. It says, my American husband joined the Russian army. Big changes.
Bro, that's not even a good thumbnail. That's not even a good thumbnail. Like, you got 92K views my brother in Christ, you moved your whole family over to Russia for you to get put on the front line in the army for 92K views. That is, just so you guys know, 92K views is not big money. That's like a couple $100 at most. At most, guys. That is not big money. 92K views is not shit. And that's an 11x video. That means that it has performed at 11 times because he's using vidIQ. So you can see that that's actually an outlier. It's actually doing better than most of his videos. This man sold his whole family's life for like $200. Jesus Christ. America is fucked, dude. Capitalism has just it's just made us dumb. It's made us so dumb. My boss went over to Fiji, and he's a big world traveler. He likes to go to the tropical places. And he went to Fiji, and he met this guy that was the host of the Airbnb there. This really big Fijian dude who played rugby in Australia. And he was saying to him, hey, not a lot of people around here really have jobs and stuff. A lot of people just kind of live off the land and hang out and stuff. And the dude was like, yeah, when you have what you need, when the world provides, you go outside, you pick fruits off the trees, you hunt, whatever, you got a nice ocean to fish in. They don't fish in the ocean, by the way. There's a Fijian shark god that keeps all the Fijians out of the ocean. I didn't know about that either. I learned a lot from my talk with my boss. The shark god is amazing. But he was if I have enough, then why should I go, do a job? Why should I work? I work during the day on where I live. And it's just this idea that is so counterculture to everything that's American, that we're you got to have a career. You got to know what you want to do by the time when you're 12. If you don't know what your job's going to be at 12, you're a loser. And it's the dude was saying to him, he was yeah, man, if I have a fish, then I'm okay. He's if I have 2 fish, then I can give one to my neighbor. He's that's a good life. And by the way, this is a big scary dude with no teeth that used to play rugby. Okay, and he's waxing poetically about helping people. That's actually a bad man. That's what MAGA wishes they were. That's what MAGA plays as. But the reality is that dude is that dude. Yeah, it's we do anything for money here in America. Anything. Apparently we moved to Russia and joined the Russian army to get shot in the face by a Ukrainian drone and become drone meat for money. There is something really fucked up about our society.
Is for our family in Russia. This was when he was supposed to be a welder. They tricked him into thinking he was going to be a welder. Again, this story is wild. Then, the next video from 4 months ago, our new Russian home. Tour of our new Russian home, embracing Russian heritage. Our American family's first victory.
Bro, 40K views. I don't give a shit, guys. If you guys all sent me money, I'd be thank you for the money. I am not going to Russia. Why? Who the fuck would do that to their family for 40K views? This ain't 3 million. Even that isn't enough. That gets you thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars maybe. A couple million views. Who the fuck would do this to their family?
Day in Istra. Oh my lord, these people have
those
fallen
poor kids,
straight down the rabbit hole again.
Those poor kids.
I feel bad for the kids.
35K.
There's a happy Father's Day message.
Oh,
Let's
no.
just click on this video.
No, don't.
What if one simple chew could turn constant itching into complete comfort? This is what would happen.
That Adam Mockler was me right there. That was all me. What the fuck is that music? Oh, dog, you only got 9K subscribers. No. Don't move to fucking Russia with only 9K subscribers, dude. Oh, fuck.
Okay, wait. I want to hear someone talking.
It's another day.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I love the poorly educated.
Happy day.
Okay, there's a reason you guys watch my content.
Oh my god, dude. This is what happens when every once in a while someone will comment some shit on my on one of my YouTube videos. And I'm like, this person's a special kind of stupid. I gotta go look at their channel. And I'll go and look at their channel and they'll have videos they uploaded and I just watch that shit and laugh to myself. And I'll be like, I was gonna comment. I was gonna like talk to this person and tell them how fucking dumb they are. And then I went and watched their content and I was like, nah, this is a losing strategy to talk to this person. Just let it go. This is what this reminds me of. Holy shit.
Not anybody. There's a reason you guys don't watch this content. Who the hell is watching this stuff? But to continue with the story.
Nobody! My dude!
Dad who fled with family to Russia, sent to war zone. Derek Huffman, 46, joined the military with hopes of becoming a Russian citizen.
Hold on, LB. Hold on, LB. LB said, if I go to Fiji, I'll never talk to any of you motherfuckers again. Damn, LB. Oh, why you gotta be like that, man? Why you gotta be like... I can't go to the tropical islands. My ginger skin just doesn't do good in that kind of sunshine. Also, I can barely swim. I grew up poor, guys. I grew up poor. I'm not a great swimmer. The ocean's my enemy. And definitely the shark god, the fucking Fijian shark god, is scary as fuck.
His wife said he was duped into a combat role. The father doesn't even speak Russian. Nobody in the family speaks Russian, which is funny because I would bet money that this MAGA father has complained in the past that people need to come to America and speak English.
Dude, he's not wrong. Oh, it's so bad. Can you imagine the conversation? Brenda, get your bags together. I got a fucking great idea. What are you saying, Daryl? We're gonna move to Russia, but we don't speak Russian. Daryl, we don't speak. It doesn't matter, Brenda. We're gonna get so many subscribers. Like how many? Like 8K. We're gonna get hundreds of dollars, Brenda. This is gonna set us up for life. Holy shit. No way, dude. No way. Who the fuck would move to Russia and not... Well, MAGA would. Why am I even...
I love the poorly educated.
Why am I even asking these questions, man? Why am I even...
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
They're not real smart people.
If you're going to immigrate to America, you need to speak English. Then he moves to Russia, not knowing anything about the culture or the language, just because his brain was rotted by social media and religion. It's
Man, he really owned the trans.
actually insane. As we go more into the story, it seems like their family was
They're
lured
yearning for
to
the
Russia
mines.
by some anti-woke, insane propaganda spread by MAGA, spread by pundits of MAGA, and Russia. Then after they were there,
now you do have to give him, you have to give him a little bit of credit, because I mean when you look at Tim Pool, you look at the quartering, you look at Charlie Kirk, you look across the here on left wing YouTube, it's not a very profitable place. I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot of money on left wing YouTube. I just we show up for the love of the game. That's what we do, okay? We're here because we want to defeat fascism. We have values and morals and shit like that. But if you look across the aisle at the right and you just see these motherfuckers just wigging out and going crazy, and all you have to do is say Obama's name, and it's like, fucking, that's free money. They're like dropping fucking $50 bill fucking super chats in your shit because they're like, bro, he said Obama was bad. Fuck yeah. Kenyan, motherfucking Kenyan. Like, he probably wasn't wrong that he thought he was going to make a lot of money, but it is pretty saturated now. It is pretty saturated. I mean, you got to deal with a high level of fucking insanity over there on the right if you want to make like a dent in anything. So, my brother in Christ, you made some mistakes.
They were tricked into some weird visa stuff, like getting lured into military service by the promise of visas or citizenship.
If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
They said, we promise your husband won't be sent to the front. We promise your husband will be used as a welder. These are the recruitment lies that Russia...
AJ. James said, skin in the game, and AJ replied with, this guy's got skin in the ground. Ow! Fuck! God. AJ. Damn, that was cold. That was cold. He's drone meat now, AJ.
Has told time and time again, this family just fell down in such a perfect way and documented the entire thing online. I'll show you this video of the wife in just 1 second, but to lay the groundwork, the American father who moved to Russia to avoid LGBTQ plus indoctrination for his kids just got sent to the front lines despite being assured that he would serve in a non-combat role. Derek Huffman, 46, feels like he's being, quote, thrown to the wolves. Dude, you jumped into the wolf den. You literally immigrated to the wolf den. What do you mean you're thrown to the wolves?
Yeah.
After being told that his job in the military would be as a correspondent or a welder, his wife, Deanna, said in a recorded plea for prayers, which has since been removed from her YouTube page. Again.
Oh, I'm going to hit it up. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. I mean, right? Because that's what they send our kids when our kids are being fucking gunned down inside the schools, right? So I'm sending that energy right back at him. I'm sending this lady's husband thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, brother. Hope you get out, Daryl. Thoughts and prayers, brother.
There's a reason you guys watch this channel and not random Russian propaganda. By the way, make sure you subscribe to the Adam Mockler channel
I'm already
below. Make sure you
subscribed,
drop
Adam,
a
calm
like.
down.
Help boost the truth. We are building something amazing here. I am eternally grateful for all of you. You are literally the best. I couldn't do this without your support on a day-to-day basis. So just know that. I'm eternally grateful. But to continue, quote, unfortunately...
Yeah, Randy, the Russians are trying to get out of the army, and this dipshit is like, I'm going to go join it. Well, like, you got to be a special kind of stupid. Like, the military that is currently there is like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And then this dipshit's like, I'm bringing my whole family. Thoughts and prayers, brother.
When you're taught in a different language and you don't understand the language, how are you really getting taught? She pondered. Maybe if you move to Russia,
you're not.
You should learn Russian to follow your own train
Might
of
be a
logic.
good idea.
She pondered. Quote, you're not. So unfortunately, he feels like he's being thrown to the wolves. Huffman joined the military in the hopes of gaining Russian citizenship for his family through an expedited process. He felt that such service would allow him to earn the respect of his new countrymen.
Oh, my God.
Who wants the respect of Russian... Okay, to continue, let's watch this clip of his wife complaining about this.
Getting a little tired, so I'm going to walk back. But as I'm walking back, I wanted to share a little bit about what's going on with Derek.
Dude, this lady moved. This lady moved from a country where she probably complained about other people not speaking English. She moved to a country where all of them don't speak English. Like, you know this bitch is getting clowned, dude. You know that dude is getting clowned by the fucking Russian military people. Like, they are probably laughing so hard at this dude's expense. Just fucking talking in a different language and just talking so much shit. All the things that this dude hated about our country. You know this motherfucker's over there just getting clowned by Russians, dude.
When he signed up and had all of that done, he was told he would not be training for 2 weeks and going straight to the front lines. But it seems as though he's getting 1 more week of training and closer to the front lines, and then they are going to put him on the front lines.
Yeah, he done.
So
he done.
We are all praying really hard that he could actually be utilized for his skills and not just be put as a fighter.
Honestly, this guy owned all the libs. This MAGA father
he owned us so
every
hard.
Single liberal by moving to Russia to escape wokeness, only to be turned to an actual pawn in the war. Here's a comment from somebody that's been following this a lot more closely than I have. Some people have been following this from like day one. This reads, the wife...
Hold on. The people following, dude, like, commenting on his channel are probably getting 10x the amount of views he's getting on this shit. Dude, this just gets worse and worse. How you gonna fucking move your whole family to Russia for clicks and views, and then the motherfuckers that are clowning you on YouTube are getting 10 times the amount of views? Oh, damn, dog. Like MAGA literally finds new ways to create L's. Like, they are not happy. This is one thing you have to give them, okay? They are never happy with the current status of the L's that they take. They're like, you don't think I can take a worse L than this? Watch me, motherfucker. You don't think I can get any fucking worse than what I'm currently doing? Shit. Watch me. Oh my God, dude.
I love the poorly educated.
Oh my God.
Has a history of addiction and is clearly a bit unstable generally if you watch the videos. She's clearly wrestling with worrying about her husband while raising the...
Now, the video, my husband has been fucking in a drone attack that Ukrainians turned him into 17 different pieces. That shit's going to get a lot of views. She going to get some money from that. I hope she's got access to his accounts.
Kids alone and their dwindling finances are hurting while managing her clear anger about the military misleading them and entrapping them in a manner that doesn't turn them almost entirely into people that the Russian government hates. It says, Christ. I fully understand why people are like, haha, F them, they're terrible people, which is true regarding the father, but honestly, the situation with the kids and the wife makes me deeply...
Yeah, the kids thing, that's fucked up. The kids thing, that's fucked up. Terrible parents, man.
Sad. She's clearly a very broken person who has been controlled by her husband, and her husband will likely be fertilizer in a Ukrainian field, leaving her as a single parent, socially isolated in Russia with addiction problems, zero money, and multiple kids. Even if you only care about the kids, it is a horrible situation. I just wanted to make sure I read that comment because that kind of puts it into perspective. Yes,
damn it, Adam, don't be like that, Adam.
Idiot. I have no empathy.
Making me feel bad.
To just get off Twitter. Imagine going on Twitter.
Okay, guys, I'm going to send some more thoughts and prayers. More thoughts and prayers. Now I feel better.
There's so much that you move your entire family to Russia. But honestly, I do have sympathy for the rest of the family, and I think that's normal. I think you should. To continue, Deanna, 42, suggested her husband had been misled during the recruiting process. Quote, when he signed up and had done all that, he was told he would not be training for 2 weeks. Here is them on Twitter. We are the Huffman family. Americans who moved to Russia 2 months ago. Derek, 46, has a background in welding and construction. Deanna, 42, is a former teacher.
Hi, I'm Mark Elias, a lawyer for the
Stop
Democrats.
it, Mark.
And I need your help to join me in standing up.
Not right now. Later,
Let's
Mark.
see how Twitter
Later.
reacted to this. I'm actually quite interested. Oh. There's no reaction other than good luck raising 3 kids as a widowed mother in Russia. Someone said, I'm following that out of support because of curiosity of how all of this ends.
Shit.
I think that this, again, is a perfect microcosm of the way that Russian propaganda seeps in to the mainstream. Russia is known for systemic corruption, for having a...
Dude, imagine. We got to get these kids off the screen because this is fucking with me. But imagine. Here, we're going to go big screen so I don't have to see this. Imagine fucking moving your whole family to Russia to own the libs, dog. And then when you try to own the libs by posting on Twitter, people are like, yo, we're just following you to see how badly this ends. God damn, man, just like people need to recognize that it ain't all that, dog. It ain't all that. You could have just been like the rest of the MAGA people that just go down to the convenience store and bitch at the fucking the person at the gas station. You could have just been the MAGA dude that wears his dumbass I voted for the felon shirt around to own the libs. My brother, you just holy fuck, you went a whole route. There is no end to how dumb this story is. Oh my God.
A judiciary that is completely subservient to Vladimir Putin. I mean, maybe this dude just got a taste of Donald Trump as a dictator and thought, I want even more of that. Russia has widespread election fraud.
I want the next level.
Arbitrary detention, so you can get arrested for just criticizing the government, and human rights abuses are well documented. Sometimes people say this line the United States is no different than Russia. Trump has turned the U.S. into Russia. That is naive, and that is
that's
not
we
even
ain't there yet,
close
guys.
to reality.
We ain't there yet.
Yes, while there has been a severe erosion of democratic norms in the United States, we are nowhere near the level of what happened in Russia.
Yeah, everybody should keep that in mind, that there's definitely further that this could go. This is actually how Russia started becoming what Russia is today. Actually, there's a part with Yeltsin, and there's a part with Gorbachev that you could probably actually make some parallels that drawn prior to Putin going into power. Yeah, that's actually probably some history we should look up.
Putin has spent the past 20 years poisoning his political enemies in the open while arresting people in the open. While the Trump admin has done a lot of insane stuff, while Democratic politicians have been briefly detained, that is very, very different than the type of zero checks and balances that exist in Russia. So I just want to ground us a little bit. Yes, we are seeing a huge erosion of norms in the United States, and we are very, very quickly teetering into authoritarianism. We're basically there as the Trump administration continues in a top-down way to expand executive authority. That being said, it's not Russia. I promise you, it is not Russia. The United States
went to Fiji,
is just way more diverse than Russia, and there's no way for a president to consolidate power in the same way that Vladimir Putin has. The United States is not set up in the same way. So I just want to make sure that I'm making that differentiation. I know people in the comments are already going to be really mad. There's always some people mad at me in the comments. They're going to be like, Adam, the United States and Russia are the same. You're being naive. It's the same country. We're basically worse than Russia. No, just calm down. The United States president definitely looks up to Vladimir Putin, but Trump is no Vladimir Putin, and the United States is no Russia. I'm going to leave it there. Drop a like. Make sure you subscribe.
Dude, why did that video don't have a thumbnail anymore? Somebody's thumbnail got in trouble. He's not wrong. We're not Russia yet. So far. Wow. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.